So if you want to see how I created this look using the Smashbox Pinks and Palms palette, just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna try and reuse my Smashbox Pinks and Palms palette. I recently did a video where I spoke about the palettes and just makeup in general that I'm using this pink here. The makeup that I just did not like at all. And this was most definitely one of those items that I did not like. I felt that the pigment wasn't really there. But since I have tried to, I have mixed up the way that I do my makeup a little bit. So instead of setting my concealer, I do just leave my concealer on so that my eyeshadow has something to stick onto. So is it fair for me to say that this eyeshadow palette was no good the way that I was using it? Yeah, but at the same time, so I'm just gonna go in and use this one here. It's like the way that I was doing my makeup before is the way that a lot of people generally do their makeup. Just using that light pink to blend out the harsh edges. I'm gonna go back in with that original pink that I was using. I think this is working a lot better now that I'm using like a sticky tacky base being my unset concealer. But still, I'm having to really pack it on. Whew. Okay, I'm going to use flat brush and some, well, this is just water in a bottle. All of the original spray that was in there is gone. I'm now going to use this color here. I'm going to pop that. Oh my gosh, this shade is so gorgeous. Like, it reminds me of a sunset. I'm gonna try and blend out that edge a little bit more because I kind of feel like it's not 100%. Okay, so I've gone and done my foundation and stuff. Okay, so what I have been doing recently with my highlight, I've been using like a liquid highlight, a cream highlight. And this one is the Beat the Blues highlight in Oyster Gold. So this is what it looks like. And it literally looks like nail varnish, but it's not. It's highlighter. And I literally just put a little dab, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't do both cheeks. I literally just do one cheek. And I blend it out, I pat it out. I don't swipe it, I just kind of pat it. Now I'm gonna go back into that Smashbox palette. I'm gonna take this pink here and I'm gonna use it as a highlighter because it looks like a pink with a reflective gold. Oh well, that's bright. And I'm just gonna take my little blush brush and I'm going to just diffuse some of that harshness so that it's not just looking like a big stripe on my cheek. Now I'm gonna take my Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm gonna just run it a little bit underneath, like on my lower lash line. This is coming to like the end of, like it's running out. So I'm getting just the right amount. Now getting a clean brush, I'm going to go in to this mint green here. This is taking a lot to get that green off. Like, it's not just, I'm not even too sure if it's showing up on the camera because I'm having problems seeing it. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Anyway, so this is the finished look using the Smashbox Pinks and Palms palette. I do kind of think that I do need to make more of an effort when using this palette. Even when I have got my unset concealer on my eyelid, I still need to pack on quite a bit of shadow in order for it to show up. But I do think that it works out a lot better when I do use it that way, like with my concealer not being set. And I'm so glad that I came back and revisited this palette, because I find that a lot of the time when we buy palettes or buy makeup, it's kind of like that whole thank you next mentality, where it's like, okay, so I've got this palette, I tried it out, what's next on the market, what's the next thing that I can buy, rather than enjoying and really testing the waters with the makeup that we have. Well, that's what I find for me anyway. So I am glad that I revisited this palette. I don't really feel like my thoughts on it have really changed that much, because I do feel like I have to make more of an effort to pack on that color for it to show up. But it's, you know, it's an alright palette. I know that this isn't like one of those palettes that was overly hyped, or one of those palettes that everybody wanted, like say the Anastasia Modern Renaissance or something like that, which was a very hyped palette. This was never on that same kind of level, but it's nice to just be able to revisit and, you know, just retry the palette, especially as it wasn't in one of my, worst of 2018 videos. Like, it was not the best. Anyway, so tell me what you think of this look. Do you have any of the Smashbox cover shop palettes? If so, what do you think of them? This is my one and only one. I was expecting so much more, but whatever, it is what it is. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.